So I just finished Blood of Elves, and I have a lot to say. I consumed this book in 3 days, and as someone who has three children, I am like very impressed with myself. And also, I folded down a lot of pages because there were a lot of good bits. So, first impression was Triss be thirsty, but Triss has a lot of good one liners. There's this interaction on page 119 where she's talking with Ciri, and Triss is putting on her makeup, and Ciri's like, "Who are you putting on makeup for?" You know, it's obviously Geralt because she's thirsty. But she says, "A woman accentuates her own beauty for her own self esteem." Preach. There's also a lot of dialogue from Ciri about how we're all the same. So, like on page 182, she's telling Geralt, you know, when she's talking about the elves in the forest, that they're all the same. I take it back. She's actually telling Garpin, she's like, "We are not different at all. We all think and feel like Geralt, and like I do. We think the same things. From this, we eat from the same pot. You helped Triss, and so do I. You had a grandmother, and I had a grandmother." I also find it interesting in that example, she says we all think and feel like Geralt, because Geralt's not supposed to have any feelings or emotions, obviously, but he is deep in the feels. I absolutely loved Geralt's interaction with the scholar on the boat. That made me laugh so hard. Oxenfurt also sounds like a dream. I think so far of all the places that I've learned about in this universe, that is where I would live. And then there's a great line on page 247 about Dandelion. It says, Dandelion yielded to their request only sporadically, for his love of wandering was constantly at odds with his predilection for comfort, luxury, and a regular income. Same. Also, I feel like there should be a Twitter account like Geralt's life advice. He's talking to Ciri about ghouls and how to fight them, and he was like, when you learn how to fight something, it stops being threatening. Again, that is a very, maybe 201, maybe not 101 lesson. And then also when he's talking to Triss is like, I was a mistake. Triss was Triss is thirsty. But Geralt says, mistakes are important to me. I don't cross them out of my life or memory, and I never blame others for them. You're important, Triss, and always will be. You never let me down. You never, believe me. Oh, and yeah, I mean, where we are today is only because of where we came from and the mistakes that we made along the way. And what we may consider a mistake is actually something we can learn and grow and change from. And yeah, I like that. Last but not least, if we're going to have a Geralt's life advice, we're going to have Yennefer's dating advice, because when she's talking to Ciri about being a virgin and she's saying, like, how do you know when to sleep someone, when you should sleep with someone, she says, check out the bed. And Ciri's like, the bed. And on page 376, Yennefer's like, yeah, the bed. If they don't have a bed, that's a hard pass.